Well, welcome back to the show, guys. Now, please help me give a warm welcome to Frank Frascino Jr. onto the show, UFO expert. So you brought one of your friends with you, looks like. This isn't quite action figure
That's a
material.
Japanese model of the Flatwoods Monster. And I started investigating this case about 17, 18 years ago. And during 1952, the United States had a flat where there was thousands of sightings every month. I got involved in this case. I actually was in West Virginia visiting some relatives, and I found out it was a high concentration of UFO activity. And I started investigating crop circles with scientist Colin Andrews.
Now, did they originally get it confused with just like farmers who are like sleepwalking and stuff like that, going into the crop circles, or was it originally like they know this is something really important here going on with the crop circles?
Well, what I found interesting is up in that section of the mountains, you don't walk around on other people's properties and make these crop circles.
Right.
Yeah, you get shot.
Okay.
Yeah, plain and simple. And this section of the property was isolated, about 500 acres, and all fenced off, and these crop circle rings were appearing overnight. And there was probably about 70, 80 of them appeared over a one-night period.
Wow.
And I started looking into these. I started working with Colin. He flew over from England and met me. And make a long story short, 4 years after these crop circle rings appeared, the same exact patterns that were in Braxton County, West Virginia, appeared in England over 3,000 miles away. Same exact ones.
Spooky.
Yeah,
Real spooky. So do you want to talk a little bit about the monster? I don't know if, like, this has been described as looking like this, or?
Well, these are from Japan,
Okay.
and the misconception of the Flatwoods Monster case is that the witnesses who were involved with this particular story, it occurred on September 12, 1952, at the height of this UFO flap across America.
Was this the style back then, or was it?
No, actually, what happened is the story took place about 7 o'clock that night. A bunch of kids saw a meteor fly over their town. They went up onto the back hill where they saw this thing land, and they went up to the house of a nearby neighbor, and Kathleen May. The bunch of kids congregated. They went up to the back hill where they saw this UFO land, and this entity came out that was described as 10 to 12 feet tall. And the witnesses went on national television a week later. The story was covered on the front page of the New York Post and hundreds of newspapers around the world. A couple of the witnesses went on this national TV show, and the monster was given an incorrect description. A sketch artist sat down. It was a setting similar like this.
Right.
But before the show, they sat down and the sketch artist drew the rendition of what it looked like.
And it was one of these
He drew
guys.
it wrong.
Oh.
If you pull up that top piece right there, my painting.
This
This
one
here.
This right here.
Yes. I'm an
Okay.
illustrator.
It's pretty big. I don't know if we can get it, but show the audience a little bit.
This is what the Flatwoods
what it
Monster
looks like.
actually looked like. From my illustration background, I sat down with the witnesses for years, and
It's
I
kind of
did.
like a lighter, a little bit.
It was actually like a probe. It was a probe. It was 10 to 12 foot tall.
That was scary.
And the witnesses actually got sick from this thing that was emitting a gas. Well, to make a long story short, the misconception was this: it was drawn wrong by one illustrator. It took over 50 years for the actual story to come out, and I worked about 17 years on it. And I'm going to have my History Channel segment of the UFO Hunters is going to be aired. It's going to be the first time in 56 years the story has hit nationwide or worldwide television.
Well, I
It's
guess
gonna-
you guys check that out.
It's going to be
History Channel?
episode number 12, the end of January.
All right. Well, watch out for these guys in the crop circles, and I guess just don't go walking around on people's property. It's
Yeah.
common sense. Thank you so
West
much for being on the
Virginia.
show. Yeah, West Virginia. Yes, thanks a lot. You turned me into a believer. Sadly, that's all the time we have for our show tonight. But Off the Wire would like to thank Digital Copies and Signs for installing an interdimensional wormhole behind me. and Cecinos for my authentic Spencer Winkle costume. Thanks again for our guests, Dusty Smith and Frank Frascino. And don't forget to watch us online and subscribe to our brand new podcast at offthewire.tv. We hope you join us again in 1 week for our Best of 2008 show. And everybody have a happy Halloween, all right? Check it out.